The ocean is in constant motion. Waves crash upon the shore. Currents flow like mighty rivers. And then there are the tides, a rhythmic rise and fall of the sea. Twice a day, every day, the ocean level climbs and then recedes. It's a slow and steady breath, a pulse that has shaped our planet for millennia. For centuries, people have observed this phenomenon. They saw a connection between the tides and the moon, but the true nature of this link remained a mystery for much of human history. What unseen force could control the very waters of our world? Today, we understand that the answer lies in the heavens. Tides are a dance between the earth, the moon, and the sun. It's a story of gravity, of invisible forces that bind our universe together. And it's a story that plays out on our coastlines every single day. The primary driver of our tides is the moon. Though much smaller than the sun, it exerts a powerful gravitational force on our planet. This force is strong enough to pull the ocean's water towards it. Imagine the Earth and the moon as two objects connected by an invisible rope. As the moon orbits our planet, it tugs on this rope, drawing the water towards it. This bulge of water creates a high tide. On the opposite side of the Earth, something interesting happens. The moon's pull is weaker here. The water is less affected by its gravity. This results in another bulge, another high tide. Between these two high tides, the water level drops. These low tides occur at right angles to the moon's pull. The result is a continuous cycle. 2 high tides and 2 low tides every 24 hours and 50 minutes. The sun also plays a role in the tidal cycle. Its gravitational pull is weaker than the moon's due to its distance from Earth. However, when the sun and moon align, their combined force creates exceptionally high tides known as spring tides. Spring tides occur during a new moon and a full moon. These are the times when the sun, earth, and moon form a straight line. The gravitational forces work together, amplifying the tidal bulge. Conversely, when the sun and moon are at right angles to each other, their gravitational forces partially cancel each other out. This results in neap tides, which have a smaller tidal range than spring tides. Neap tides occur during the first and third quarter moons. The timing and height of tides vary greatly around the world. This variation is due to factors like the shape of coastlines, ocean basin depth, and local wind patterns. Some areas experience 2 high tides and 2 low tides of roughly equal height each day. This is known as a semi-diurnal tidal pattern. Other regions have a diurnal tidal pattern with only 1 high tide and 1 low tide per day. In some places, the tides are mixed. This means they exhibit characteristics of both semi-diurnal and diurnal patterns. Understanding these patterns is crucial for coastal communities. It affects navigation, fishing, and even the design of coastal infrastructure. Section 5. The power of the tides. The constant ebb and flow of the tides represent a tremendous source of energy. This energy, known as tidal energy, is a renewable and predictable resource. As the tide rises and falls, it creates a difference in water level. This difference can be harnessed to generate electricity. Tidal energy can be captured in several ways. One method involves building barrages, which are dam-like structures across estuaries or bays. As the tide flows in and out, it passes through turbines housed within the barrage, generating power. Another approach uses tidal stream generators. These underwater turbines are placed in areas with strong tidal currents. As water rushes past, it spins the blades much like a wind turbine, producing electricity. Section 6. Life between the tides. The intertidal zone, the area of coastline between high and low tide marks, is a challenging environment. Marine organisms living here must cope with fluctuating water levels, changing temperatures, and the constant pounding of waves. Yet, this zone teems with life, a testament to nature's adaptability. Barnacles, with their hard shells, cling tightly to rocks. They filter food from the water when submerged and seal themselves shut during low tide. Mussels, similarly equipped, use strong threads to anchor themselves to rocks and other surfaces. Crabs scurry across the sand, seeking shelter in burrows or rock crevices when the tide recedes. Sea stars cling to rocks, their tube feet gripping tightly even in strong currents. The intertidal zone is a dynamic world, a constant struggle for survival. Section 7. When tides collide. In some parts of the world, unique geographical features can create dramatic tidal events. One such phenomenon is tidal resonance. This occurs when the natural period of oscillation of a body of water, such as a bay or gulf, coincides with the frequency of the tides. The Bay of Fundy in Canada is a prime example of tidal resonance. The bay's unique funnel shape amplifies the tidal range, resulting in the highest tides on Earth. During spring tides, the difference between high and low tide can exceed 50 feet. This dramatic rise and fall of the water creates a constantly shifting landscape. It carves out dramatic cliffs, exposes vast mudflats teeming with life, and attracts visitors from around the world. Section 8. Tides through time. Tides have shaped human history and culture for millennia. Ancient civilizations observed the tides, recognizing their connection to the moon. They incorporated this knowledge into their navigation, fishing practices, and even their mythology. The predictable nature of tides made them valuable for early seafarers. Sailors relied on their understanding of tidal patterns to navigate safely through treacherous waters. Fishermen, too, depended on the tides. They knew that certain species of fish were more abundant during specific tidal phases. Today, tides continue to fascinate and inspire. They remind us of the interconnectedness of our planet and the powerful forces that shape our world. From the rhythmic ebb and flow on the shore to the dramatic tidal bores that surge up rivers, tides are a testament to the beauty and power of the natural world.